solve by completing the square. Where you're given x squared plus 10x is equal to 7. So, since we complete the square with these first two terms, what we want to do is recall the method, which states that if you take the coefficient of x, divide that by 2, and then square the results, what you end up with is the constant term in a perfect square trinomial. So, knowing that, we want to take the coefficient of x, which is positive 10, right? So we want to take 10, divide that by 2, and then square the result, which gives us, so that gives us 5 squared, which is 25. So now, since we want to complete the square on the left, we want to add 25 to the left side of the equation. But since we want to keep the equation balanced, in order to do that, we have to add a 25 to the right side of the equation as well. So, on the left, x squared plus 10x plus 25 turns into x plus 5 times x plus 5, right? Which is also known as x plus 5 squared. And then on the right side, we get 25 plus 7, which is 32. So now we solve for x. The first thing we do is we take the square root of both sides. On the right, it's going to become the plus or minus square root, and then on the left, that squared and that square root is going to cancel out. So we're left with x plus 5 is equal to plus or minus the square root of 32. And then finally, to solve for x, we want to subtract a 5 from each side. So x is equal to minus 5 plus or minus the square root of 32. But in general, for our final solutions, we want to put everything in simplified form, including that radical. And notice that 32 is the same thing as 16 times 2, right? So this simplifies into, square root of 32 simplifies into 4 times square root of 2. So we can rewrite this as x is equal to minus 5 plus or minus 4 times square root of 2. So x is equal to minus 5 plus 4 times square root of 2, and x is equal to minus 5 minus 4 times square root of 2.